So, what's up?
You remember Lisa? I was hoping shot a video of her rapping that night at Mavericks. I'm not sure I got it before, but I can never hear her.
Well, I unboxed this. That's the box. A bunch of stuff came in this bag. Plus instructions. This stuff came in the bag. Connectors. This valve came in the bag. Seems to be missing a very important piece. Pretty sure I'm gonna need that. It says it's for BMW. Maybe I'm not gonna need it, but it's a bunch of bull crap that's missing. I gotta send an email. Alright, I pulled the injectors from the car. There was a little bit of grime in there. Probably gonna have to. You can see how dirty it was because the fuel dumped all over the dirt, and there's grime in there. Probably gonna have to try to get that vacuumed out or something and get it cleaned up. And it's kind of dirty on the outside. There might be some numbers right there. There are. I'm gonna have to get those numbers. Okay, so the best I could tell, these are 35-pound injectors. And so they're, I don't even know if that's stock size. Really seems small to me. Let's do an ultrasonic cleaning. Not sure what that means, but it's no pressure to do it. I'm just gonna work my way down this list here and do all the stuff. Okay, that started a 10-minute timer on the bottom there. This is the idle test. And they all seem to be running about the same. So I'm gonna just keep do the whole timer and run through all these tests, and that ought to clean them. And then I might even do the reverse flush. Well, that's step 11 anyway, so I'm gonna run through the whole thing. I ought to get them clean. I'm using the seafoam, and that didn't fill the tank, so I dumped this in. I was going to use it separately, but they're mixed together. And then I'm going to do the other 4. Okay, the idle test. These are the results. That should be 1 cylinder. So around 40, 41, 41, 41. So this 1 cylinder here is a little bit, just a little bit shorter of the rest. Actually, number 1, the bubbles start disappearing. Number 1 and number 3 are pretty much the same. And that's 4. And 2 and 4 are the same. And they're within 1 line of each other, so I think they're good for that test. And that's the medium speed test. Seem to be spraying approximately the same. Let's see how it goes up, and I only set it for 3 minutes because it started at 1 minute. And the other test started at 10 minutes. Alright. 40 seconds left of the 3 minutes. What happens if I add more time? Oh, it won't let me add more time. Fuel pressure's holding at 50. Number 3 is just a little bit low. Number 1 kept up just fine that time. And number 4 is the fullest. I'm going to do that again and do it longer. 4 minutes in, or well, 6 minutes in. I think I'm going to bump it up to 55 psi on the next test, because I'm pretty sure I go to 55 psi when it's running and 50 psi before you start it. That's quite a difference there on that one. That's 10 minutes. The thing is that one's putting out a lot more than the rest. 103, 13. I'll let those bubbles pop and then look again. All right, so 10-minute idle test, 110, 110, 1:08, and 1:18. So that one's either bad or it's the best one, or these three are bad. That's a big difference there. All right, this is the medium speed test for 8 minutes. I'm always backwards. I just looked it up. This is cylinder 5, 6, 7, 8. So for my record keeping, I'm going to keep these, because I brought them out of the car and put them right on here in the same orientation they were on the car. So I'll know which ones are which, and I can refer back to these videos. 90, 90, 86, and looks like 92, 94, 96. So this one's underperforming. That one's overperforming. All right, I guess it's time to do the next test. This will be the high speed test. Only lets me go to 5 minutes. So the last one was 8 minutes. This will probably be alright. So plug the plugs. The one that produces the most spits differently, see? It's got drops coming out of it, where these ones are kind of atomizing. So we might have a bad injector there. And number 8. When you're not looking through the phone though, it seems to be like it's just like the rest though. Going through the camera seems to change how it looks. Alright, again, These two are matching each other, number 5 and 6. Number 7 is lacking quite a bit compared to number 8. Only lacking a little bit compared to 5 and 6 though, because those are 2-point increments, and so that's a 12, 14. You know, it's almost a 14, and that's like a 9 because it's in a half point. So 114 to 19, and then that one is damn near 120. So this one must be sticking more or something, and that one is maybe plugged. This is a shifting speed test. That's going to be interesting. Oh, it quit early. There's no adjusting it. It's a little over 10, a little over 10, a little over 10. Those are even. The longer you do the test, the bigger difference you see. When I was only filling them up to there, they were even. Twenty-two and a half, 22 and a half. So this one's still less and this one's still more. Okay, this is number 9, speed value, medium speed spray value test, and it's counting the number of times that it injects. And then this one might be the more accurate of all of them for how the level should be. Okay, that's 1,000 injections, and they're at about 10. I'm going to do it one more time and not empty them, just so I can get it up where I can see it good. Alright. It's remaining consistent with the rest of the tests. Those two are about the same. This one's 21, 22. Well, those three are about the same. That one's pretty close too. This test actually shows that they're injecting pretty close to the same. I guess if I kept doing this until it was full, there'd be a bigger difference. Alright. This is test 8 again, medium speed spray value. I haven't drained it for like 3 times. 32, 34, almost 36, 32, 34, 34, 34. So these ones are 3 or 34. That one's 36. So per injection, they seem to be doing good, but under acceleration and this is either 4,000 or 5,000 injections, and so I've lost track of how many times I've done this now. I think it's 5. But see, now you're getting your difference. But I'm honestly thinking that these probably aren't far enough apart to matter. So this is the high speed value test number 10. They're pretty even there. I mean, of course, number 8 is still a little bit higher than the rest, but it just counts down to 1,000, or up to 1,000, and then quit. Pretty consistent with the rest of the testing. Now the next one is reverse, but I'm gonna see what this no assembly cleaning does. Alright, that's a little weird. It's not doing anything. Unless that's running. Oh, that's running this heater. Okay. Pretty sure that's running that heater. I'll have to read the instructions. Better stop that. Alright, these cannot be back flushed because this tip's in the way, and I don't know how to get it out, and I don't know if it has the cups and the I don't know enough about it. I have to research it to figure out if I can take it apart or not, but I think I'm done with this test. These are good. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do a leak test first. They're all dry on the tips. Just got to wait for a full minute. Seconds left. This is at 55 psi. So my concern was a leaky injector, which is why I bought this. Seconds left. I don't think they're gonna leak. So that means that the fuel pressure is not leaking down because of the injectors. If it's leaking down for any reason, it would be in the fuel pump area. I'll do it one more time just to do it one more time. Alright, test number 2 for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Test number 2. Naked eye is a lot different. I'll say it again. When you watch them with your naked eye, they're timed right. All right. I put 5, 6, 7, and 8 on 1, 2, 3, and 4. So since I had them out, why put them right back where they were? That way I can look at the data and see if they switch sides, because who knows if I'll miss something on this test. We got one thing right, is number 8 is putting out more than anything else. And that could be causing it to be rich on that side. Okay, so I might have to take that fuel rail off and replace number 8. Just finished up with its test here. It's the number 2 test, idle test, 10 minutes. 42, 42, 42, 42. Pretty close to 42 anyway. So these ones on this test are all even. And if these are all even throughout all the tests, then I'm thinking I'm going to be replacing number 8, which is now in number 4. Alright, test 3, medium speed. Look at that, those are all 114, 114, 114, and 113. That's pretty close to 114. They're all 114. So that means that I have a injector that's putting out too much fuel. I can tell already. Okay. 5 is about 13, 12, 12, 11. So these ones are all pretty even. So I think I'm gonna go get another injector. Alright, so this one is a new injector that I bought from O'Reilly's, and it's not exactly Motorcraft, and I'm not completely certain that this one's Motorcraft, or not. But it has the same part number on one of the numbers, so, and it's performing pretty well the same so far. We'll see. That one matches pretty darn identically to the rest, so I'm happy with that. And I'm going to swap out the number 7 because it was underperforming, but the fuel comes in here and drops into this one, and if this one's overperforming, then this one might just underperform. Alright, so this one's number 7, and these are all the other 3 older ones, and it's matching perfect. So this one was underperforming because that one was overperforming, and so now all the injectors are the same, matching, and I'm going to put them back together. Okay, so here's the new data log after fixing the injector and changing the plugs. And right here it's 93 to 103. That's like 10%. So that's 10%, and that is less. So I can pretty much tell that it's less than 5% when I scroll through, because I know what and if I think if I click on it again, I can even shorten there. Now it's 97 to 104. That's 7% there. So if it goes out of that, then I know I got a problem. And it doesn't. Well, it does there, but it drops down too. So that's at idle. It's within 5%. And then here it moves around, but it jumps out of the range that I had it in, but it stays within 5%. So if I go through the whole log, it stays within 5%. So I sent it to the tuner, and we're gonna finish the tune hopefully soon.